God of War is an incredible journey that shows Kratos' personal growth, acceptance, and the forging of strong bonds with his son Atreus. It is an experience that many of us remember, but if we look at the story from the perspective of Sindri, it now becomes a hilarious and wholesome tale of self-discovery. Welcome to Side Character Perspective, where we explore iconic games through the eyes of our supporting heroes. Imagine that you're Sindri, a nervous, germophobic but talented blacksmith who is building a reputation as a legendary inventor across the 9 realms. On a foggy day in Midgard, you are working on a new project that uses technology that you learned in Alfheim, and while you're turning some gears, your concentration is interrupted by the voice of a boy and a huge man that is passing by. But before they can leave, you notice that the large man is carrying a familiar looking axe that belongs to your friend, and your heart sinks, and assuming the worst, you nervously approach him, asking where he got the axe. He is towering over you, demanding to get out of the way, and you explain that the axe was made for your friend Faye, and if he did anything bad to her, then you will have no choice but to fight this huge stranger. Fidgeting just a bit cause this man looks like he can knock you out in a second, you make a fighting stance ready to throw hands with the giant man for the sake of your friend.
Step aside.
I can't. See, the woman we made it for, I am quite fond of her, and I would be somewhat displeased if it turns out that you did something to her.
It was my mother's. She left its father before she died.
Faye's dead? I'm very, very sorry to hear that. She was a fierce warrior. And a good woman. Okay. I will make improvements to the axe.
But nobody asked you to.
Well, the kid has a point, but after looking at the axe, you notice that it has been altered and recognize Brock's craftsmanship. You mentioned to the tall man that your brother had recently worked on the axe as you recognize his inferior work compared to yours. The boy claims he had a feeling you were Brock's brother and that you have the other half of the brand, while the father menacingly approaches you, sounding irritated by the mention of Brock. Your brother must have made him upset with his famous customer service skills, that brute.
The blue one is your brother.
Yes. Though my talents are vastly superior. No boast. I swear to Freya.
Do not undo his work. Improve upon it only.
Yeah, but can you put it down over there? That handle is
No.
filthy. Okay then. I will just. Oh. 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 Oh, is that dried blood? Oh.
There's also pieces of jogger flesh on the handle, which grosses you out even more. After upgrading the axe, the boy asks how you knew his mom, and you tell him about how you two met and all the wonderful things about her. You get a little teary-eyed and the boy thanks you, but no hugging, cause who knows what kind of germs are on his armor. After all, you notice that the protection symbol on their neck is made with boar urine, and you rather die than have that nastiness on you. You wish the father and son duo safe travels when they have their supplies, and as they leave, you are off to the next forging spot. The air is a bit different in Alfheim when you find a nice little spot, and while working, you recognize Kratos and Atreus approaching you. They are surprised by how you got here, and while working, Atreus asks why you're obsessed with being clean, and you tell them the story of seeing germs for the first time, those nasty little things. It's the reason why you always wear gloves, something that you are famous for doing. You can't imagine something so terrible that would make you take your gloves off. They're basically a part of you. Anyway, just as they're about to leave, you hear Atreus ask you something.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Boy,
Oh, it's fine. Very good question, actually. You see, my brother's not as careful as I am. In fact,
He prefers to work with metals using his own bare hands. Ugh. No gloves. Says it's the only way he can hear what it wants to be. Touch enough raw silver and it changes your skin irreparably. That means forever. I wouldn't bring it up to him, though. You know how sensitive he can be.
I guess that makes sense.
Surprised by many reasons why he would ask that question, you just hope that he believed your made-up story. But you know the actual reason why Brock is blue, and you quickly bury that terrible memory and that awful skin-crawling sensation that comes with it. Shrugging it off, you finish your upgrades, they leave, and you have an idea where to stock up on some supplies for your next stop. Now, it's been a while since you have been to the highest mountain in Midgar, so you decide to check it out hoping to find anything worthwhile. As you're setting up your shop, you remember hearing stories that a dragon lives at the heart of the mountain, but as long as no one is dumb enough to disturb it, you'll be fine. Then you feel the ground shaking as a dragon emerges out of the mountain and now it's clawing to get at you. Suddenly, Kratos and Atreus appear, and while Kratos is hacking the dragon to pieces, Atreus helps find you cover. They drop a crane with a hook that had a spike of crystallized world tree sap on top of the dragon, and its neck explodes. You thank Kratos for killing the dragon on your behalf and offer them some compensation. Perhaps Atreus can use these green braided mistletoe arrows that will for sure come in handy. At first he's not impressed, so you search in your bag of holding for something, and while doing that, you ask them if they have seen Brock again. Atreus mentions that they have, and Brock has been saying that your work is garbage, and that you have lost your talent. The nerve of that guy. You couldn't find anything in the bag, but instead you have a better idea that requires the tooth of the dragon. But you're not touching that disgusting thing that had stank breath. Instead, Kratos gets it for you and runs the tooth on the kid's bow. Atreus is impressed with his new electrified bow that you upgraded and asks where you learned to do that. You then explain that you have learned it from your travels after you and Brock parted ways. Being inspired to grow creatively and craft new innovations is why you left, cause Brock was always stuck in his old ways. As the two gather their things, you tell them to be careful heading up to the peak of the mountain as Odin is protecting something up there, and you wonder what it could be. They both leave and you think of another place to work just in case something else comes and attacks you. You find a new location and it's a bit chilly where you're working. Then you hear what sounds like fighting in the direction of Thamor's giant head, so you check it out and see Kratos and Atreus killing some Draugr. After slaying the undead, the two must be hungry, so you go ahead and offer them some hospitality, and you're surprised at what they tell you.
Wow, that was something, that fight. Here, catch. Well, that was a waste of a perfectly good
How
hour.
were you not seen? There is nowhere here to hide.
Oh, that. It's a little trick my people can pull. A special way of not being seen.
You can be invisible?
More like I can step into the realm between realms, and your mind doesn't understand what it's seeing, so it sees nothing at all. That's how we avoid ever having to actually use the weapons we craft. It doesn't seem to work on dragons, though.
Your brother wanted to know if you're getting enough to eat. I guess I could tell him you are.
Brock was asking about me? Was there meat on his breath? You let him touch this again. Come on, then.
The handle is filthy, so you clean it quickly, make upgrades to the axe, and send the two on their way. Not too long, you meet Kratos and Atreus again at a new spot nearby. Atreus asks if you have met Mimir, and there at Kratos' waist, you see a severed dangling head just staring at you. Yeah, they can go ahead and keep that thing away from you. After hearing that they have killed Thor's son Magni and that Modi was after them, you advise the two to keep a low profile for a while, and as they collect their things and leave, you notice Atreus wearing the green arrow that you gave him as a necklace. You smile because he must have loved the arrows so much since they're gone. Hopefully Atreus made good use of them because it would have sucked if they were wasted. It's getting too cold in this area, so you pack up and head to your next spot. After traveling for a while, you find a comfortable area and start concentrating on your work until a wheel rolls away and you notice Kratos and Atreus are here. The boy mentions to his father about telling you something, and you're curious to hear what Atreus has to say.
Father, can I tell him?
No.
Tell me what? Did you put this wheel in your mouth? Oh God, I'll vomit. I'm not kidding, I'll throw up on it.
It is nothing. A family matter.
Oh. Oh, I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems.
All right. That hurt a little. Let's have a look at your gear then.
The boy's words cut you deep. When did Atreus get that awful god complex? It reminds you of some of your former clients who were Aesir gods that looked down on others as inferior, how they easily trampled on other people just to get what they wanted. Shocked by this outburst, you just quietly work on upgrading their gear and they leave your shop without saying goodbye. It's been hours working at the forge since Atreus lashed out on you, and it reminds you that people come and go, but sometimes family is all you have left from being truly alone. Packing up your stuff, you travel to find Brock, hoping to see how he's doing with your own eyes. After searching for a while, you find him at the Temple of Tyr where he is talking to Kratos. And although you haven't realized it yet, this interaction with Brock would mean the world to you.
Even if I wanted to make such an insignificant gewgaw, I'm liable to chink my tools working on something so delicate and ladylike.
Then shingle it. Pattern weld the item with scap slag. Keep the layers thin. Alternate the overlay.
Okay, smart guy. And where do you propose to find a lump of quality scap slag? Last time I saw one, I could still get rigid down south. Shut your mouth, is that... Where did you...
I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, don't just stand there. Hey, let's do this.
What? You're fine with working on something that's not a weapon?
Oh, hell, why not? What? I can grow too.
Oh, watch the spine. Keep your wrist loose.
No, you keep your wrist loose. Yeah, I need more heat here.
Coming up. You gonna temper that steel longer?
You don't need to. I triple quenched it with Draugr oil.
See, how inventive and sanitary. You clever little beaver. Never too late to learn a new trick, is it?
No, it's not. There.
Here it is.
Nope. Don't forget this. Oh, quit your grinning. It's downright unsettling.
It's just nice to see you together. But now the rune on your brain looks different.
Yeah, price of reforging something what broke.
I knew it. You two love each other.
Oh, cut it out, princess. You're gonna get me all weak.
I like the new one better. Don't you?
We have work to do.
No.
Brock's hand probably had bits of food from his leftover meal, but you're just glad that you have patched things up with him and that he's in your life again. While getting back to forging, Atreus apologizes for his previous outburst, and you mention that you already forgave the kid. Water under the bridge. After all, you're just happy that you were able to repair your relationship with Brock. Kratos and Atreus leave and you start tearing up a bit knowing that you can finally work with your brother again. Now after a few hours working at this new forge location that you and Brock share, Atreus approaches the shop asking where they can find Mimir's other eye. You try to reply, but just the thought of where the eye is located causes you to eventually puke in a bucket nearby. Hopefully Brock wasn't planning on using it. Feeling much better, you go back to where everyone is at, until they mention about going into the mouth of the world serpent, and you go back to puking again. While you recover a bit, Brock tells them the location of the eye and both of you make upgrades to their weapons for what sounds like the final battle Kratos and Atreus will encounter on their journey. Wrapping up on some new armor, you and Brock hear someone opening up a realm portal and decide to investigate. There you see Kratos and Atreus at the entrance of the Jotunheim portal.
This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to
My
fight...
lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this. Oh, no. No. Fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't. Oh.
Touching this head can't be sanitary. Feeling glad and very emotional that you're able to see both of them reach their final destination, you send them off with tears of joy. With Kratos and Atreus reaching the end of their journey, you and Brock head back to the forge to work, and as you're thinking about the next task, it suddenly starts to snow. You get the jitters and see your breath visible by the cold temperature change, just as Kratos and Atreus return from Jotunheim. They approach the forge and Brock mentions to them that Fimbulwinter is here, which makes you nervous. It's the start of dangerous and uncertain times ahead. They take the news calmly, but in your mind, you're thinking about preparing for the end of the world. But what snaps you out of these troubling thoughts is the smile on the kid's face, which reminds you of Faye, so you ask about his travels to Jotunheim.
How was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating him.
Brock, you knew?
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all berserk with our hammer.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before!
You can tell that they felt content after hearing this. While wishing Kratos and Atreus safe travels on their way home, you think about everything that has happened to you since meeting them. You reforge your relationship with Brock and discover that you can get your hands dirty when it comes to helping out the people that you care about. It's nice to have your family back, and you're thankful to Kratos and Atreus for making you realize this, even though Brock can still be filthy at times.
I can't wait to test out the new whetstone. It may not look like much, but it's practically humming with magic. I've needed a new one after my brother borrowed the last one. I saw him spit on it.
Slope it out!
He said,
I didn't ask for it back.
Sindri and Brock are some examples of great character writing that just makes God of War an amazing and unforgettable experience. So if you enjoyed this video and want to stay tuned for future content, consider leaving a like and subscribe for more videos coming out soon. I would love to hear from you guys about what other video games I should include as well. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.